It's time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Sunday night, November 20th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I am at 11 o'clock news on us. Top story of the 11th hour on this late Sunday night is Turkey's and the nation request has called by government crackdowns found a failed coup attempt and on potential collusion course with the West, as the Kremlin says the danger of President-elect Donald Trump's global business empire. Meanwhile, Trump turns that process into a spectacle as the past prepared to hit its door. President Barack Obama on Sunday started mapping his vision and Democrat path back and all, but pledged to be part of it himself. Meanwhile, President Obama also told the world not to prejudge Trump's policy before he takes office. San Antonio police are hunting a gunman after an officer was executed in a patrol car as he was writing a traffic ticket on Sunday morning. President-elect Donald Trump confirmed Sunday that the future First Lady Melania Trump and their 10-year-old son Barron will remain in New York after he became president, as first reported in the New York Post. One of the world's most powerful leaders announced her decision to run for office again. German Chancellor Angela Merkel put an end to the speculation about her political future by saying she would seek a fourth term in the next year's election. Smoke resident of a large apartment complex in Milton's exchange far from rescued soldiers also on Saturday as fighting fleeing return and remain. France and Finland win top spot in the conservative primary. Sarkozy out. One survivor said he was sleeping around 3 a.m. Sunday as train traveled about Northern India, and Ravindra Patek said in the aftermath they dared derailment that killed at least 120. An explosion and hate crime since election today is prompted the creation of a special police unit to fight the uptick in New York. Vienna, Virginia. This year's class of the Rhodes Scholars from the U.S. includes students who have used data to visualize state-level racism who speak 7 languages and send undocumented immigrants. The Trump victory energized the Pennsylvania Republicans. Alyssa Glosson, 29, was actually shot in the head outside the 16-gun and F Classic held at the North Carolina State Fairgrounds. However, nearly 1,000 residents were without power for about a half hour Sunday evening after a tree limb fell on the power line on Dexter Street and disrupted service. A representative from National Grid said about 960 residents there around Route 123. In Cape Park, where it left in the dark, it started about 8:50 p.m. and then workers managed to clear the issue about 9:20 p.m. And Mansfield, a one vehicle crash early Sunday morning, South traffic on Interstate 45, south in Mansfield, while state police work to clear debris. Lowell, Massachusetts operates about women who died falling the pilot outside a party in Lowell. The Middlesex District Attorney Office said investigated death of 44-year-old Gudova Arango of Lowell as a homicide. Lowell police responded to the report of an injured woman late Saturday night following a Arango with a serious injury. She was taken out to the ward pronounced dead. Pittsfield, Mass. The first major snowball season has hit in parts of southern New England. Symantec Corporation, one of the world's largest cybersecurity companies, upgraded by LifeLock Corporation about $3.3 billion, including depth and expanding services for identity protection. Hong Kong, China shares rallied Monday, leading the gain to the most of Asian markets, higher as Beijing gathered of Yuan lower and extended the deadline of a decline that it has picked up pace since Donald Trump. The UK's economy might be watertight with corporate sharp challenges at a Brexit chance with Phil Hammond said days before the autumn statement. Billionaire investor Wilbur Ross, leading and considered to be President-elect Donald Trump's Commerce Secretary, an official firm familiar with the transition process told CNN. Arctic Sea ice has been on consistent decline in years, but until recently, Arctic Sea ice was actually suspended. Powerful news satellite to give forecasts of the best looks ever storms and of a severe weather is taken in the skies. 2 days after launch from Kazakhstan, a Russian Swiss first ship glided a smooth talk with the International Space Station, bringing the veteran cosmonaut. A freshman making his first flight and the NASA's most experienced female astronaut. On Sunday, the Science Channel announced it would not be aired in a 3-hour pumpkin check-in special that exploded an hurricane and injured 2 people, including the video producer who has been outlined as critical condition. Cyber Tipper Company is voluntarily recalling some of the Thomas products after manufactured facility tested positive Listeria. And then for Florida Keys on election day, along with the presidential race, one of the most controversial items on the ballot was Zika, and retired British physician Robert Twycross contribution to the policy care and his regulators should accept the field of modern medicine have been tremendous. Peter Channel News Time is now 11:04 p.m. on this late Sunday night, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's everybody where on the subways on the commuter rail, it's Providence Street. but the commuter lines are looking good, and on the subway system, Orange Line experiencing delays due to stable trade at Malden southbound, and on the ferries they are looking good. Alright, looking at some highways and byways of New England. Let's off down to New York City, where FDR Drive at the northbound side, back to the upper east side, and the Front Bridge to the southbound side. It's a little slow headed towards the Front Bridge up to the Queens. Interstate 84 westbound side, back to Interstate 91, Harvard Hack at 84, both ends of the respective just round from Turnpike Road all the way up to Union, Connecticut. 190 southbound side is back to just round 290 Worcester. Route 2 westbound side, back to FL stretch. Mass back both ends is back to from Lennox all the way at the stoppage, and Mass back to both ends. Berkshire 3 is backed up at both ends from 912M all the way to Massachusetts border. Chicago Street Parkway is backed up from Spencertown, New York, all the way to Old Chatham, New York. Interstate 91 westbound side back from 77 to Interstate 87. Route 7 westbound side is back to Interstate 87 to Albany, New York. 120 in the northbound side. Little slow just after Route 2 up in Lexington. And Interstate 92 both ends back to Laconia, New Hampshire. Interstate 89 southbound side it is back to Burlington, then Woodstock, Vermont. Route 4 both ends back to Burlington, Vermont, headed towards Glens Falls, New York. Interstate 89 both ends back up north for Burlington, headed towards the Canadian border. 93 is Stubbico from Lincoln all the way to Littleton, New Hampshire. And Main turnout southbound side back to Gray, Maine. And Main turnout in the northbound side a little slow at Kittery, headed towards the Toll Plaza. Meter Children's Time is now 11:06 p.m. on this late Sunday night, and it's time now for a weather report here. And the latest radar situation shows no flurries. Covered a bunch of the South Shore from Plymouth all the way up to Norton, and up to a bunch of eastern of the Boston vicinity, and stretching it out Midwest Boston and up to the Pepperville, Massachusetts, and little snow showers, lots of snow showers stretching east of Keto after the National Hampshire, and never been the snow showers stretching from eastern New Hampshire to western Maine, and covered a bunch of western northeastern portions of Vermont. And seeing a line of rain showers stretching from Montfort and Nantucket, and stretching to eastern portions of Long Island, and a little snow sleet rain showers about New York City, and a lot of snow covered a bunch of Lake Effect snow showers covered a bunch of New York State and northeastern and western portions of Pennsylvania around the Pittsburgh area, and a lot of Lake Effect snow showers stretching from Buffalo down northeast of Cleveland, Ohio, and by the Toronto area, and a little lot of snow showers stretching about the north and turn to that subgroup headed around Montreal, and a little lot of rain showers stretching around Quebec City, and snow showers around Wheaton, and rain showers stretching off the mid-Maine coast and stretching around eastern Maine and up in New Brunswick and central and eastern portions of Nova Scotia, and a little lot of rain showers stretching around eastern Quebec. Alright, take a look at the highs and weather outlook. Day tonight, wind advisory. Day 2% Monday for Saturday. Wind advisory along with the weather surge may be in a brief period of storm and ice. The two sections Thanksgiving morning for a change of rain. Wind advisory. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday. Location off 7 New England, west 1525 miles of gusts up to 53 miles an hour. Timing gusts between 35 and 45 miles are expected tonight. The strongest winds are expected on Monday when the frequent westerly wind gusts up 40 to 50 miles are expected. Impact winds are strong and capable of down in large tree limbs and also results in the risk of isolated power outages. And while there's concern for tonight, some of the strongest winds with greatest risk of tree damage occur on Monday. Wind advisory means that's the same with 31 to 39 miles are expected with gusts between 46 and 57 miles an hour. Winds are stronger. Cable and down some small tree limbs and birds are possible causing isolated power outages and drone also be difficult, especially high profile vehicles. Use extra caution. 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, we're going to have some slight change of snow showers. Gust goes about 33 degrees. West about 30 miles an hour. Gust is at 30 miles an hour. Chance rate to 20%. For Monday, a slight change of snow showers before 8 a.m. Most gusts come at the crush club. Sites come at 30 degrees. West about 11 to 6 miles. Gust size 44 miles an hour. Chance rate to 20%. Monday night, Park gust about 27 degrees. And west about 11 miles. Gust size 41 miles an hour. For Tuesday, most gusts come about 42 to about 26 degrees. Westwood about 10 to 40 miles to shift to the northwest about 6 to 11 miles. Gust size 25 to 35 miles an hour. For Wednesday, steady Park gust about 44 about 29 degrees. For Thanksgiving Day, chance of snow showers sleep for 7 at 9 a.m. Then a chance rate showers up to 9 a.m. Class count about 45 degrees. And chance rate 40%. So that a chance of show was class count about 34 degrees. And chance rate 40%. Friday, chance of showers most gusts about 49 about 36 degrees. Chance rate 35%. Saturday, chance of showers most gusts about 49 about 33 degrees. And chance rate 35%. And for Sunday, put suns about 47 degrees. And currently, and not near, it is light snow. We have a temperature of 35 degrees in Taunton. while here in Not Near, it's 34 degrees. And that's going to be for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news at late Saturday at November 20th, 2006. Late Saturday at Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning report. I hope you have a good night.